we are going to be going over skincare products, chemistry, ingredients, and selection. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Why study skincare, chemistry, and ingredients as an esthetician or a nail tech or a hair technician? Everybody that falls under the cosmetology umbrella should understand skin chemistry and ingredients. So this video is not only just for estheticians. So you will need to know ingredients to better understand how the product works on your client's skin. Staying knowledgeable in new developments will keep you ahead of the game and ahead of your competition. You want to be able to educate your clients about the products that you retail them for at-home use. Sometimes you can give them a little bit too much all at once, and if they don't understand the benefits or the procedure or the steps that the products go in, they can actually become a bit discouraged. So always educate your clients on, it doesn't have to be broken down to the molecular layer of why these ingredients work for them, but at least okay, hyaluronic acid is going to keep you hydrated, and vitamin A is going to keep your skin exfoliated. Simple things like that. So, Food and Drug Administration, aka the FDA, views cosmetics according to the Cosmetic Act of 1938. That is something that is going to be on your test, I promise you. So what is this act? It basically distinguishes between drugs and cosmetics, and we're going to get into that in a future slide. So continuing with the Cosmetic Act of 1938, cosmetics are any product that intends to cleanse, beautify, promote attractiveness, I'm just playing, and alter the appearance. On the other hand, we have drugs. And these are products other than food that are intended to affect the structure or the functions of the body of humans. Okay. Estheticians cannot make claims that a product or treatment can affect the structure or functions of the skin. Even though we've done hours of self-study, and even though we've used these products for years on end on our clients in the past and we've seen great results, we by law cannot say, okay, Miss Susie, this product is going to do XYZ on your skin. What you can do is you can say, well, this product is intended, that's the key word, this product is intended to do this, but everybody else's results are going to be depending on this, that, and the third, their lifestyle, health, their age, environment, so on and so on. So there are lots of variables that go into recommending a product for someone to help with their skin concerns. You just want to be very careful not to just blatantly come out and say, this is the product, it's going to work for you 100%, okay? There's a possibility that it may work, and there is a possibility that it may not work for you. But in the past, I have seen great results, so it is worth a try, okay? So inside of our ingredients, our ingredient list, we have functional ingredients, and we also have performance ingredients. So let's talk about the functional ingredients first. These make up a majority of your products on the back of your label, on the back of your bottle. These enhance spreadability. Some examples of functional ingredients are lotions, gels, creams, and different types of forms are basically what you will find with functional ingredients. They help to add body and texture to the product that you're using. It does not treat the skin at all. So what I mean by that is it's not going to change the molecular structure of the skin, okay? That's your performance ingredients, and we're going to get to that in a future slide. So, an example of a functional ingredient, something that helps your product spread against the skin or across the skin, is water and oil. So your performance ingredients, these are actually known as active ingredients as well. So don't be alarmed when you see active ingredients instead of performance ingredients. So these this is the official term used by the drug industry for ingredients that chemically cause a physiological change in the skin. So some examples of a performance ingredient would be glycerin, which actually helps hold moisture into the skin, alpha hydroxy acids, which help to remove dead skin cells, and lipids, which help to also keep your skin hydrated and prevent against transepidermal water loss. So these are some examples of performance, aka active ingredients. They actually change the molecular level and the molecular structure of your skin, not just helping it spread across the skin. So we have a category that kind of stands on its own, and this falls under cosmeceuticals. So these help to improve the skin's health and its appearance. It's actually stronger than a performance, aka active ingredient. The only difference is that cosmeceuticals are not recognized by the FDA. Most of the time you'll find cosmeceuticals inside of a doctor's office, a plastic surgery or dermatology office. Not saying that these products are necessarily bad, it's just that it hasn't gone through that extra step of being FDA approved. Product components, what is inside of these products, or where do they originate? Plants, vitamins, minerals, or animal hormones are all examples of what you will find inside of your ingredient list, or these are examples of how the ingredients are manufactured. They can also be synthesized from chemicals in a lab, so not all ingredients are naturally occurring. They can actually be formulated in a lab. We have hypoallergenic ingredients and we have non-comedogenic ingredients. And the hypoallergenic ingredients, these are less likely to cause an allergic reaction in the skin. And your non-comedogenic ingredients, these are very lightweight ingredients that will not clog the pores. So if you are using a moisturizer that is really heavy or really greasy, then we would consider that to be comedogenic because it will clog the pores, okay? So the opposite of not clogging the pores is non-comedogenic. Water in cosmetics. Water makes up a large part of the skin and also your skincare product too. It is the most frequently used ingredient. It plays both a functional and a performance ingredient. Functional because it helps to spread the product against the skin, and performance because actually water helps to keep the skin what? Hydrated, of course. Almost all skincare products are a mixture of some parts of oil and water together. We want to spend a little time on this word anhydrous. You'll probably see this on the test. So what does anhydrous mean? Anhydrous means water-free, okay? So an example of a product that is water-free is a lip balm, your silicones, an oil-based serum, and basically the only type of skin type that you would use an anhydrous product on is a person that has really extremely dry, dehydrated skin, just to help with that transepidermal water loss and just help with the hydration overall. anhydrous. Emollients, these are fatty materials derived from oils, fats used to lubricate the skin. It is also known as a functional and a performance ingredient. Emollients are functional ingredients because what? That's right, it helps to move your product, spread your product against the skin. It is a performance or an active ingredient because it helps to lubricate dry skin. It helps against transepidermal water loss, and the process of trapping water into the skin with an oil is called occlusion, and that is a word that you want to commit to memory because it may pop up on your test. Two examples of what an emollient is silicone and oils. Emollients continued. How are oils used? Many oils are used in the skincare product industry because it's great for hydration, it's great to prevent transepidermal water loss, and it's great just to help our skin feel a lot more soft and supple. So products that have emollients in them can vary in density, fat content, and heaviness. Some are less prone to cause comedones, and some of these come from many different sources around the world, naturally occurring around the world. And we also see that word comedone popping up again, and we all know that the word comedone means blackhead or blemish, okay? So just because you automatically see that this product has emollients in them doesn't necessarily mean that it's comedogenic. So now scientists are making it to where you can have a thinner amount of emollient inside of your moisturizer or your cleanser or your mask and have it so that it's not comedogenic to your skin. Mineral oil and petroleum. This is a natural oil that comes from the earth. It helps to protect against dehydration of the skin, and it helps to prevent irritation. It is biologically inert. So what does that mean? It means that it cannot harbor any type of bacteria or mold. It is hypoallergenic, so it is great for people that have allergies. It can combine with water, and most mineral oils and petroleum are known as lubricants. Okay, and what do lubricants do? They help to prevent friction. That's right. Alright, so oils from plants. Most plant oils are used for both their emollient and aromatic properties, also known as aromatherapy. Plant oils contain fatty acids which help with dry skin types. Coconut and palm oil are actually the heaviest forms of oils, and safflower, sunflower, jojoba are the lightest forms of oils that we have. Other emollients are, let me get my screen off real quick. Other emollients are fatty acids, and these are lubricant ingredients derived from plant oils and animal fats. These are non-irritating. They act more like oils to the skin. Some examples of a fatty acid is oleic acid, stearic acid, and caprylic acid. Okay, and we see over here in this picture to the bottom right, these are all examples of where you will find fatty acids: eggs, fish, ground nuts, leafy green vegetables, so on and so on. Okay, so fatty alcohols continued. So fatty acids exposed to hydrogen is a fatty alcohol. So in the previous slide, we just discussed what a fatty acid is. So on this slide, a fatty alcohol is basically a fatty acid that is exposed to hydrogen. It is non-drying to the skin. Even though we see the word alcohol, don't let it fool you. Don't assume that this is going to be very drying to the skin. That's just the name that they came up with. Fatty alcohol is actually very hydrating to the skin. It has a wax-like consistency to it. It's used as emollient or spreading agent. So what type of ingredient is it? That's right, a functional ingredient. Good job. So some examples of fatty acids are cetyl alcohol and lauryl alcohol. These names are so fun to say. Okay, so now we're going to talk about fatty esters. So on the previous two slides, we talked about a fatty acid and a fatty alcohol. So now we are going to marry the two, and we're going to talk about fatty esters. So a fatty ester is basically produced from a fatty acid and a fatty alcohol put together. Okay? And once again, it's just a really great way to hydrate the skin, keep the skin moisturized, and help prevent against transepidermal water loss. So an example of how you can always tell if an ingredient is a fatty ester is that the word always ends in ATE. So that's something that you want to commit to memory. A way that you'll always remember if an ingredient is a fatty ester, it ends in the letters ATE. So some examples are isopropyl myricetate and isopropyl palmitate. Silicones. These are non-comedogenic, non-greasy feeling ingredients that are put inside of your product. They act as a vehicle to help spread against the skin, and also it helps to keep moisture trapped inside the skin while allowing oxygen to enter in and out of the follicle, so it's non-comedogenic. So a good way to recognize if an ingredient is a silicone ingredient is that they always end in the letter C-O-N-E, okay? So some examples of a silicone, if you look on the back of your product that you have at your desk, in your ingredient list, see if you see dimethicone, cyclomethicone, phenyltrimethicone. If you have any of those ingredients in your product, you have a little bit of silicone in your product. Surfactants. This helps to reduce surface tension between skin and product and increase spreadability. Detergents is basically a subcategory to surfactants. So detergents, these are found in almost all cleansers that you use, okay? Because what happens is the detergent helps to break down the surface debris or the makeup or the oil, and it helps it to wash away a lot easier. This is the main type of surfactant that you will find in the industry. It's used in skincare cleansing products, agents that cause cleansers to get foamy. If too strong for the skin, it will damage lipid barrier repair function, which is not a good thing. So what that little tab is basically saying is if you are using a facial cleanser that is foamy too frequently and that is too harsh for your skin, it's actually going to do more damage than it is actually helping the skin. You still want to leave a little bit of the barrier function up there on the skin so it'll prevent from external elements. Okay? Some examples of a surfactant is sodium lauryl sulfate, and ammonium lauryl sulfate. Emulsifiers. These cause oils and water to mix together to form an emulsion. Okay? And most of your lotions and your body creams and your body butters are emulsifiers. It's a mixture of water and oil together. Fragrances. These can be from plants, animal urine, or synthesized inside of a lab. Aromatherapy, aka essential oil therapy, is a great way to help relax your client while she is on the treatment table or to give her energy while she's on your treatment table. These are highly concentrated plant oils. They have various effects on the skin and the body, and it helps to relax, stimulate, or even sometimes balance your psyche. Preservatives. These help to prevent against oxidation. It increases the shelf life of your product. A chelating agent improves efficiency of the product and the shelf life. So an example of a preservative is a paraben, disodium EDTA, and trisodium EDTA. So you see in this little picture of the banana, it starts out really bright yellow, and after a few days it turns really brown. So that's just an example of what oxidation looks like. So a lot of these skincare companies, they want to get the biggest bang for their buck, so they'll apply preservatives inside of their products so that it can stay on the shelf for a lot longer and they have a better chance at selling more products. But now that we've found that a lot more people are becoming sensitized to these preservatives, and now we're seeing a lot more all-natural skincare lines starting to pop up because of that reason. Color agents. These help to add color to products and makeup. They are derived from vegetables and minerals. The FDA regulates color agents in between two categories. You have your certified colors, which are less irritating to the skin, and you have your non-certified colors, which are more irritating to the skin. So these are just some examples of healing ingredients. So whenever you have a product that is for post-waxing or post-laser treatment or post-chemical peel, make sure you look on the back of the bottle and see if it has chamomile, licorice, azulene, or aloe vera. These are all ingredients that help with healing of the skin. Humectants. What is a humectant? It's basically an ingredient that helps to attract and lock in moisture into the skin. A humectant can actually hold 1,000 times its weight in water. Some examples of a humectant is glycerin, seaweed extract, and hyaluronic acid. And as an esthetician, you'll see that word pop up quite a bit, hyaluronic acid, because it is great for dry skin, dehydrated skin, and it's just great for all skin types, really. It's a really safe ingredient to use. Okay? So we're going to stop right here, and if you haven't watched part 2 of this chapter, go ahead and stop this video and then pop on over so you can finish up the chapter with me. Alright, see you in the next video.